What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at GetResponse.com and how you can leverage this really cool platform to generate seller leads for your real estate business. We're going to show you how to tie this to a home value tool that will generate a value, send an email, and then that lead that you just generated, you can send it into any of the CRMs of your choice, whether that be Real Geeks, Boomtown, KV Core, Chime, whatever it might be. This is just a really cool tool, GetResponse that is, in order to be able to control the content on your landing pages. So maybe some of those providers don't give you complete control of what's displayed, what's on there, what it looks like, or any of that stuff. This is a really cool and effective way to be able to control all of the content on that landing page and get really creative. So stay tuned. So let's dive into this. First off, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button to this channel. But also, if you haven't done so already, if you haven't created a GetResponse account, go ahead and click the link in the description below. That'll take you right to GetResponse, and you can go ahead and click, or create, I should say, a new account for GetResponse. This is going to be a really cool tutorial showing you how to leverage API and how to connect GetResponse to a backend tool that will generate a home value and then be able to email that off to a client of your choice or a new lead. So first off, inside of GetResponse, they have all these really cool tools, from website builders to landing page builders to forms and pop-ups, forms, reports, e-commerce tools. They got the works. This is absolutely probably the best kind of lead generation marketing management tool that I've seen that is not centrally focused around one niche or industry, right? So you could be creative, you can leverage this for real estate, you can leverage this for finance, small business, whatever it might be that you want to use this for, you could do it. I have faith. So we're going to use the landing page builder because basically what we want to do is have a page that we can leverage for our paid marketing tools like Facebook, Google, YouTube, wherever you're running paid lead generation, to drive traffic to and have them land on, right? So basically what that means, they click a button, they land on a page. Now, we're going to create the page that they land on. So you're going to be generating links to drive traffic to that link or to that page. Now, I've already created kind of this test landing page, which you could see here, but GetResponse makes it really cool, right? So they make it cool in the essence of that you control all the photos, you could have videos on here, you could put buttons on here, you could add static forms or even pop-up forms to your landing pages if you wanted to. You could absolutely tailor this to whatever industry or whatever kind of niche marketing strategy you're going to be running, right? So basically what we can do with this landing page is we could create this around what we're going to talk about today, which is getting a home value. Now, this is the most common lead type practice that agents like to run that are not really effective. And what I mean by that is that they're going to their website, they got a sell page, that sell page is very just blah, it's plain, it's not very engaging, and they're sharing that to their social media pages and trying to drive traffic to it, rather than getting creative and creating whatever type of landing page it is that they want and adding whatever type of lead capture tools to that page that they want. So, for example, I've added an address field here, right? I've also added the email field. Maybe you want to add a first name. Maybe you want to add a last name capture. It's totally up to you and how you do this or how you approach this, right? So what we've done is we've just created this really simple landing page. Again, guys, keep the creativity juice flowing. You can get as creative as you want. But what we're going to show you here today is how to create your own seller lead gen tool that actually generates a value. So it's no longer this practice of, oh, I got to go now and run this marketing report in RPRR or whatever system or tool it might be. This is going to create or capture the address and the email, get a value, and then deliver that value via email to that lead of which you've generated. Keep in mind you can connect this to any CRM that you want. So whether that be Real Geeks, Boomtown, Chime, KV Core, whatever it might be, you could still push all that data back into that CRM so that your email marketing campaigns continue, search alerts continue, market reports continue, and so forth. This is just another really kind of a cool way to, again, give you the ability to create the content on the landing page of which you want. So going forward, we got the address field here, right? And I'm actually going to put this in as address, city, state, and zip, right? Because that's the format of which I want to actually capture that data in. Now, there is a thank you page up here at the top so you can see how this is going to act as a lead funnel. That's why I absolutely love GetResponse, because you could create funnels on these landing pages. It's absolutely creative. It's absolutely game-changing when you have these funnels created. Now, we just said generating home value. Your home value will be sent via email shortly. So now what we're going to do is head over to rapidapi.com, and we're going to look up a program called Realty Mole Property. Now, there are several different APIs that you can get from rapidapi.com. This is the one that I chose because it's got a freemium subscription, which means it's free, up to about 50 API calls. That means I can call the server or the endpoint 50 times, obtain 50 home values before I start being billed 5 cents per each API call, right? They also have some additional pricing models. You can go into the mega plan, which is $25,000 a month. If you're a big mega user, making a lot of API calls, you're going to use this more in depth than what I'm doing here. But just a really kind of a cool strategy here for having these landing pages. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look for an endpoint that says get value, right? We want a get value estimate. So we're going to basically pull this URL anytime a lead is submitted into my GetResponse account. So what I'm going to do is head into GetResponse. And since I've already got that created, I'm going to go to Tools and I'm going to go to Webhooks. Now, inside of Webhooks, this is where you can create a new webhook. So let me go ahead and delete the one which I've already got created here. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Webhook, and we're going to call this API Explorers, right? So that is the name of the channel. We're going to stick to that brand. So let's go ahead and start creating this. I personally like to test everything before I regurgitate it out to you guys because I want to make sure that this actually works. I don't just go in here, hack it up, and say, hey, it's going to work for you. I absolutely test everything before I send it out to you. So we're going to create a webhook trigger inside of PipeDream. I'm working out of PipeDream here because it gives you multiple steps. One thing I absolutely love about PipeDream, unlike Zapier, is that they give you what they call our 10,000 invocations per month for free. That means you can make 10,000 requests or run 10,000 tasks for free per month. So I don't need to go and pay $30 per month to run a simple integration like this. I could create it all inside of PipeDream for free. All right, so we're going to go ahead and copy this webhook URL endpoint, and inside of here, in my GetResponse dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and paste that into there, and I'm going to select the event contacts subscribed, and we're going to click on activate. Once we do that, all I got to do is go ahead and click on create a webhook, and now my URL endpoint or my webhook URL is created. So anytime somebody submits a form from this actual landing page, it's going to go ahead and send me that information to that URL. So let me show you how this works. So we're going to go next step. And then I want to view a published site. So let's go publish. And now I'm going to view this landing page. So there we go. Here we have it. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and find any San Antonio address here. Let me grab one really quickly because this is really cool in how this does this. So we're going to grab, let's say, this address right here. Now, it needs to be in this exact format. You could break it apart. I'll do some more advanced trainings or tutorials on that later on, but we're going to do this for the time being. So we're going to go ahead and say marketing at postcardhire.com. postcardhire.com. If you don't know what Postcard Hire is, go ahead and check out postcardhire.com. It is a company that I actually own that automates business print marketing prospecting. So we built an algorithm to a database similar to the one in API or Rapid API that basically polls homeowners, looks at lifestyle changes, and can help you generate more business, whether you're a landscaper, you're a home cleaner. We look at things like homes being sold, pre-listed homes, anything like that. We're monitoring areas of your choice for those activities and hitting them with creative postcards. Go ahead and check it out today, postcardhire.com, and sign up or request more information. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Value. And then once I do this, it's going to take me here. And if I head back into Pipedream, we're going to see we have one new event. So I can go ahead and select that event from the drop-down menu. And then in the body, you'll notice that we have the contacts and we have everything here for that address, right? So let's go ahead and click on Continue. Now what I want to do is I want to use another webhook, right? So I'm going to send a GET request. And we're going to go over to rapidapi.com. Here's the URL. Now, if you're not familiar with the different types of API calls, they can come all in all sorts of languages, right? So you could have C#, you could have Go, you could have JavaScript, you could have jQuery, and you can kind of see this. I'm going to go into jQuery because it breaks it down the easiest for you to understand. But the URL endpoint of which I need is this guy right here, all the way up to the question mark. Now, anytime you see a question mark in a URL like this, that just means that it's a query parameter. So we're going to put those in separately. So heading back into Pipedream, let's go ahead and make that GET request. And then in the parameters, this is where we're going to go ahead and type that address. And from the drop-down menu, we're going to select the address which the lead inputted, right? So again, they put that address in for you. There it is. And then in the headers section, this is where we put our authorization. So you can see here are our header parameters. So we're going to have xRapid. So we'll go ahead and copy that parameter. We'll go ahead and put it here. And then we're also going to have xRapid host. We'll go ahead and copy that one and put it here. Now in the value section, I just need to go ahead and get my values, which you can see the value is right here. So we could go ahead and copy this really fast. And then we're going to go ahead and put that into Pipedream. And then we also need to put the Realty Mole as the source, right? Or the host. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now when I pull this, I'm going to get a return 200, which should give me a successful return. And it says I'm not subscribed for some odd reason. Let's double check this really fast. I literally just subscribed like 2 minutes ago. So I'm not sure why it would be doing that. So there we go, 200. Headers. Okay. All right, sorry about that. So it was just, I was missing an A on the end of that key there. So I just updated that and made another request. And there you go, we got our values. It also gives me comparables. So it gives me 10 listings that are comparables within a radius of about a quarter mile to that actual listing. So this is really, really cool. Because now I could actually go ahead and turn this into an email if I so please to. So I can go ahead and say Gmail in my next step. And now I can go ahead and click on send email. And then in the subject, I could say something like your home value report for, and then you could even input that entire address if you wanted to, right? So if I go and look at my parameters or my returned params here, we could say, there we go, formatting address, right? So this is pretty cool, right? So the to section, we would have their email address from their form submission. So we would definitely leverage that. So there it is. And then in the body, you can go ahead and just type in something like, hi homeowner, here is yada, yada, yada. Here are your home values, right? So to look at the values, if you just type in price, this will give you the price of which it returned, the low price, and the high price. So you could say your home value is between X amount of dollars. An average price is this point here. Hopefully you found this video useful. Again, GetResponse is a really cool landing page builder tool. It's a website builder tool. You could do just about anything that you want with GetResponse. And you could also go to Rapid API, check out some of the open API sources that they have access to that you could subscribe to. And then you can also as well build things like this, right? So we just built a really effective seller landing page that will capture sellers and deliver home values. Again, my next step in this workflow might be to send to KV Core, to send to Boomtown or to Chime or whatever CRM that might be. So go ahead and click the like and subscribe. Click also the bell notification and subscribe or get notifications from my channel anytime I upload cool content like this. Thank you, everybody. API Explorer out.